Hey, welcome to the Nitwits podcast, where we are going to be talking about some really controversial topics. But please make sure you understand this is not live recorded, and this is not meant to hurt anyone or harm anyone. This is all just for fun and games, and for everyone to have a bit of a laugh. So I've got three of my good mates right here, all right? So I'd like to introduce you to Eden, Zach, and Cody. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Die.
Yeah.
So exactly, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So, as our first topic, because we don't want to be like those standard podcasts, very safe, very PC, we're going to talk about some, very controversial things and, take the piss out of them. So this is all for fun and all for laughs, all right? So what's our first topic going to be, boys?
Wow, what do you reckon,
Well.
guys?
Oh, there's so many good ones. Women rights. Oh, white people not caring about black people.
Comfortably
Police
gay.
brutality.
There's something that I think is a very interesting topic, is trans athletes. What do you think? Do you think that's a good place to kind of start our first podcast with?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that is.
So-
What could go wrong?
Yeah, it's a very good controversial start, isn't it? So, to begin this, there's a lot of news. It's a little bit older now. There was UFC, in women's UFC, a trans fighter for someone who was a cis woman. And if anyone here doesn't know the actual result of that, the transgender woman won quite convincingly.
I wonder why.
Yeah. It's a mystery.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a mystery why she won. But the best thing about it is when I go and see posts about it, and like videos or anything I've looked up, a lot of people are, defending this and like saying, oh, this is amazing, it's a great step in society to see, trans athletes fighting and whatnot, and like doing all these sports. And, it's good that people can do what they want. But the biggest thing I see is the trans athlete was quite short compared to the normal girl. So people who are against her are like picking on the normal girl and saying that that's the transgender athlete. This is just showing that our society is quite stupid. Doesn't know what to actually look into it. Doesn't know what to look into. They're quite stupid. Like, at least do research straight, right? If you're going to say trans athletes shouldn't be a thing and shouldn't be allowed to fight, please make sure you're picking on the right one. Don't just get the complete wrong one and say, wow, look at the size difference. That's why, the trans athlete won. It was the short person.
Just off the bat.
For fuck's sake.
Like, honestly, have any of you seen that? Like, the actual trans fight?
No. I haven't
seen it?
I really should.
I want to see it.
Honestly, it's like I can't know the actual size, but it's like a 6-foot woman versus like a 5'7"
Oh.
trans
And
athlete.
the 571?
Yeah.
I mean,
Straight up.
it is
What
trans.
the fuck?
Yeah, it wasn't even close. But this is where the real conversation comes in, alright? So, this person trained majority of their life as a man.
Yeah.
So this is where the fun topics come in, the controversial stuff, to see what people are going to hate us or not.
Controversial stuff.
Ah.
So we've had a little bit of fun picking on the stupid people. But now let's go and have a little bit of a look at, should this person really be allowed to fight? So Cody, do you really think, this trans athlete should be fighting against people who were born as women?
In my opinion, no, because they have way more advantage.
Yeah, but the problem is now you're transphobic for saying that.
I guess I am.
How dare you, Cody?
I
What the
guess
fuck?
I am.
You
Well-
evil piece of shit.
Tisk tisk. You fucking inbred.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
How dare you.
Listen.
Fucking hell. Yeah, no, I don't actually think that it should be allowed to.
Come on, Zach. Come on.
That's a low blow.
Look,
Had to think about that one for a
Zach,
bit.
Zach, I understand. I know you're trying to avoid, controversy and saying something bad, but it's gonna
Massively.
happen.
No, but seriously, I actually do not think that they should be participating in women's tournament because they've got the genetics of a man, and as controversial as the thing is, as a man is probably going to be more given a better advantage than the woman would have in that situation, therefore making it unfair to the women. And fucking
Say what's on your mind.
yeah, no, it's
Tell us how you really feel.
yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of how to fuck my life up. Is all. It's just going through.
Ah, fair.
I'm just thinking how I want to do this. No, I just don't think it's fair. Like, one of Eden's ideas I heard earlier is that there should probably be.
Oh, don't
like
bring me into this.
Oh no, I'm dragging you down with me. Don't worry. I think there should be 3 categories: there's women, then there's the transgenders, and then there's the men, right? And the transgenders from their original gender should be able to go into the transgender one or their original gender, but should not be allowed to join the exclusivity of the other one, just because of the fact that if a man decides to become a woman and has been fucking deadlifting like fucking planets for the past like 2 to 3 decades and joins a fucking women's team, he's gonna fucking lift the gym off the ground. The women aren't gonna have a fucking chance, and that's just not fair because they're naturally built to be, less designed for that stuff. I guess if that makes sense, because.
So what you're
just
saying is
generally
there's a
how it's
genetic
evolved.
difference.
Yeah, there's a very obvious genetic difference, and I don't think men should be allowed to decide that they want to become a woman and then be put into the other category, I guess you could put it. I feel
That's
like there
fair.
should be a middle point where if someone wants to be a transgender, you will be allowed to go into that specific group, but be aware that you will only be fighting against other transgender people. That way, if you are a woman, you don't get unfairly matched against people you aren't, you don't have an advantage towards, you have quite the disadvantage. And that way, if you are a transgender woman and you really want to fight, want to go up against the men, then you have the option to go into that category. But if you feel that it's not in your league, you may stay in your own, giving that freedom, but also allowing the transgender people to have their own, I guess, take on the situation and kind of have their own, be special, I guess.
Yeah, that's completely fair. If there's something I can interrupt you real quick with, so this sounds like a really new thing that happened. Wouldn't you agree? Like this is something that's completely new.
Yeah, I agree. If you mean like modern day society new.
Yeah,
this
to
is
have
something to
like
just-
trans athletes fighting against normal cis athletes,
Yeah.
like athletes.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time.
Oh really?
No, this happened quite a while ago the first time, and this is where I have my opinion on it. It's because it's the first time it's ever happened. Again, it was a trans woman versus cis woman.
Alright.
And when they fought, the cis woman could never fight again afterwards.
What?
It was that bad at the beating. She was not allowed to fight. I don't know exactly how bad the extent of the damage was, but I know it was bad. Because this person was ripped like a man. It was UFC again. And it
As
was
always.
Actually, yeah, it's always UFC. It's always people punching one another.
Yep.
So, yeah, I can't. It's just I find it so hard to fathom that you would let that happen. I understand it comes this whole thing of it's my right, allowed to change my gender and whatnot, and good for you. You know what I mean? Make you feel happy, why not? Do what makes you feel happy.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be allowed to go in and just bash people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's not fair because
No.
Because it goes back to the thing I talked about where they have a significant advantage over the women, and if a poor woman in their own league has to challenge a man who's probably a lot stronger, then that's just not fucking fair.
Probably a lot stronger? Question mark?
Well,
Probably, yeah, no,
women can get pretty
Women
strong.
can be very strong, yeah.
Oh,
But naturally, on average,
but
a
if
man-
it's
Much
yeah,
stronger.
if it's how do I put this? If it's a man that's been training 20 years in UFC, or fucking whatever the fuck it's called, and a woman, that's a big difference.
It's a huge
Just because
difference.
of genetics.
yeah.
It's massive.
Women can definitely, if they really wanted to, keep up with some people, but if both people put in the same amount of effort, genetics would simply have it as the man would probably be better off because of just how they're just built to be that way. They're built to be more masculine.
different.
Well, they're built alternatively, okay? They're just built differently. Quite literally. That is, men are designed
I'm
to
built
do stuff
different.
fight off the harder things, and the women, nurture the children and have the...
I mean,
Oh,
women
yeah,
are
trouble
designed to
saying that.
fight off the harder things, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, here comes the fucking sex jokes.
Well, here's the thing, alright? What I don't understand, okay, so you're gonna allow someone who was once a man and trained really heavily as a man, because It's also the New Zealand deadlifter was a man, a transgender woman now, and destroyed the competition in the Olympics. So apparently now, if you change your gender, you can punch a woman and beat all the records that they have. If I just go down the street and I yell, "I'm a woman," can I just sock every woman I see in the face? Like, can I do that? Like, because that seems to be what you do in UFC. Like, yeah, you got to sign the contract online. And yes, what I'm doing is illegal. But like,
A little
would
bit.
I still cop that criticism of I'm a man, I punched a woman? And
Yes.
as you know, you've seen what I look like. I'm built.
Yeah, you would
I'm
probably
a bigger man. I work out.
Bigger than
I'm
any of us
I'm-
here.
Poor girl.
Yeah, I am quite fit. I can probably hit a lot harder than anyone else in this chat right now.
And that's not even a debate, but okay.
Yeah.
Yes, a debate. So I could do some serious damage if I got angry. You know what I mean? So, am I going to cop that criticism now? Like,
Yeah.
if I yell, "I'm woman," I identify as woman, bang.
Oh, well, it'd be a fucking civil
Like-
war because you'd get the women be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that," and the transgender people got to come out of the corner and be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to say that, all right? He's a transgender. Let him be what he wants to be." Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, I know people who are transgender, and most people who are going to listen to this find this hilarious. Like, they understand, some people go way over the limit with this type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But here's something that's really interesting. If you want to go into the transgender topic, if you become transgender but don't get the surgery downstairs, so let's just say a man becoming a woman again, just for example,
Yep.
and you go into a woman's changing room.
Oh.
Now, I don't think I have to explain myself
Helicopter.
any further. Helicopter's probably the best example I can give. Wouldn't you agree, Cody? Helicopter's the best example possible.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck
Helicopter's
yeah.
a great example.
I fucking love the helicopter technique.
So what should happen then? Because here's the thing, right?
Helicopter shield actually.
Oh, geez.
But seriously, should they get their own rooms, like transgender rooms, so they can change their change rooms, or should they be allowed to join the other one? Because that's where they want to be. But if you give them their own room, that's like segregation.
Unisex.
I feel like
There is a unisex one,
I,
but not
I
every
feel
place
like
has
they
that.
should get their own room.
You mean
That's racist. I don't get my own room. Why do
It's-
transgender people get theirs, huh?
Just because you have to share your bedroom with the zoo animals, Eden.
Put it this way, right? Oh, fuck you. Okay, so... okay, so...
the realization?
Yeah, pretty much. Right? Put it this way, right? If something benefits you, right? That is then privilege, right? Say if transgender people getting a transgender room, and that's a benefit to them, that's privilege, right? But if it doesn't benefit them, then that's discrimination. So, when you're doing this kind of shit, you're walking a real fine line because fuck,
yeah.
people hate bad shit these days, which is fair enough, but like it's not discrimination.
Like,
you
the stuff
fucker.
we're talking about right now has caused riots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Super straight.
Yeah,
Super straight.
yeah, we're...
That was a good one. The
That's
trans
okay.
community hated that. The LGBTQ plus community hated that one, but yeah, the trans also really hated Super Straight.
Because if it doesn't benefit you, it's discrimination.
Oh, the super straight one is a pretty controversial topic, but for me it's very
Pretty
straightforward.
controversial. You don't
So-
date a transgender person, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I
You
don't,
once had a dick, I don't swing that
yeah,
way.
I don't understand. I can to a degree understand some of the arguments some people make, but for generally speaking, if you're a guy and you do not like other men, so you're just completely straight, and then a fucking transgender woman that used to be a guy comes up and like, hey, I want to date you. If you decide that you don't want to date that person because they're still, despite being identified as a fucking woman, it is still a man. You don't want to date.
have a
That
bigger
should be.
cock than yours.
That should be.
You were God given a man. I don't want to date you just
Yeah,
because now
it's-
you had a couple of surgeries and you look like a chick.
Yeah, no, you should be allowed to say that, and there should be nothing against like that. You shouldn't like have to be pressured in by someone else like you like. it's a stupid topic in my opinion, because it's like everyone prefers their own people, and if so, I mean, if someone's like partially gay and they still want to go with it, then that's their decision. They go for it. But for most of the time, if someone doesn't want to date someone because they still are a man, then they shouldn't be judged for such thing. Because I mean, it's not
Here's
really
the
that
thing:
much
if
different
you
apart
don't
from
like
better
that
surgery.
opinion, right? If you don't like that opinion, that's fair enough. But that's not fucking transphobic.
Yeah.
It's not
Not at all.
transphobic. Because it's not like you see a fucking transgender person, you can still be friends with them. That's fine. No one cares. But when it comes to a physical relationship, when it could turn into something more, that's when
Yeah, that's
you
when
have to draw a
start.
line. That's not transphobic. Transphobic means you hate them no matter what.
Yeah, no, it's a bit.
If
of
you don't like that opinion, go for it.
I feel like people don't know the definition of words and they just throw shit at people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that is exactly right. Because phobic doesn't mean hate. Phobic means fear.
Yeah.
I feel
And I've
like
never been
people.
afraid of a
I
trans
feel
person.
like with society, people just throw like words and they don't even know what the fuck they mean.
Yeah, like what is comfortably gaming, Cody?
Yeah, which I
Well-
explain is comfortably gay.
Here we go.
Comfortably gay.
So if
I
anyone who
mean-
doesn't know, alright, so good old Cody here, he likes to classify himself as comfortably gay. So he says, you know, he makes out with men and whatnot, then he makes out with women, and he does all this really cool stuff, and he's like, I'm not
you
gay,
think-
I'm comfortably gay.
Yeah, well, it's also you'd
It's
think
pretty
that's bisexual.
self-explanatory.
You'd think that's bisexual, but that's still not to him. It's comfortably
No,
gay. It's not
it's
bisexual.
comfortably gay.
I'm
Oh, fucking
comfortably
no.
gay. I'll kiss a
See-
man. I'll kiss men. I'll kiss women.
And before we go back to the super
Why?
straight thing,
I'm
Cody
not
is
bi, I'm
apparently a
comfortably
chick magnet.
fucking gay, Zach.
He's comfortably gay. Yeah. So but the real thing is, if you're comfortably
Incorrect,
gay,
Aaron.
yeah, what are you
Real,
into?
real quick.
I'm
Oh, real
comfortably
quick.
gay.
That's wrong. Right? He's not a chick magnet. He's a men and a chick magnet.
Yeah,
gets
sorry, my
both.
bad.
Yeah, he does.
get
He
both.
does get both. He pulls, man.
Yeah.
Quite
Listen.
consistently.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just comfortably gay. It just brings everyone in.
Fuck, maybe I do become comfortably gay.
No,
Yeah, that's what,
Yeah,
that
honestly,
actually been a
that must-
podcast.
that-
the Nitwits, the comfortably gay.
that's my thing. Fuck off.
That honestly must be the cheat code.
my
That's
face.
the cheat code right there. You press
That's the
that.
cheat code to
Yeah,
Fuck off.
you get
Fuck off.
you get both options. You get
That
actual
my-
choice.
my
exposes
headset's
my
on.
fucking cheat codes. Fuck off.
The whole world's gonna go to a computer and type
No.
in comfortably gay cheat code.
Oh, imagine.
It's gonna be a top search soon. It'll be trending.
comfortably gay.
If that hits
Comfortably gay
trending,
on Twitter.
if that hits trending, I don't think I'll be sleeping.
I'll be
I don't think I'll be
happy.
sleeping that night.
I'll be terrified.
I'll be fucking happy. Fuck yeah,
Oh,
comfortably
well, of course
gay.
you would be happy.
Oh,
People are talking about. I don't even know what that is no more. Sexual preference, gender preference. I don't know what comfortably gay is. No.
Mm. You know what?
Could be
I've
anything.
realised? Speaking of gender and stuff like that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how there's like heaps
Oh,
of genders, right?
Lawsuits.
Yeah, that's right.
See,
Yeah.
I think people, you know, now I don't know this fully, but I'm pretty sure pansexual means. This
You're
is
really
like
in the pants.
you're really in the pants, yeah. You bang together. Bong, bong, bong.
You just hear that coming from one of the
you put it on the correct temperature and it really gets you going.
Oh.
We just offended so many people.
But the thing is, I actually had, because I go to uni, I actually had to ask someone who was pansexual what it was. Because I was so confused. 'Cause I'm like, what is the difference
Google.
between being bi and pansexual? And he's like, oh, well, bi means you're into both men and women. Alright? And pan is you're into everything.
That's it. Wait,
Dogs,
that's not
cats,
a gender. That's
everything.
no, wait. That's not gender. That's preference.
That's sexual preference,
Yeah.
not gender.
Exactly. So why do they classify as pansexual like a gender?
It's not, is it?
Is it not? I remember.
I don't think it
I
is.
do.
No,
it's
'cause
not.
I
It's
remember
not a
people
gender.
being like,
but I do
identify.
hear. Yeah, I do hear a lot of people mention, like, say it as if it's like it's such a like I guess a meme now. Like everyone will fucking like, oh, I sexually identify as a fucking helicopter or as a fucking or as a fucking
Helicopter? What is a helicopter? Is that a
Dude, I'll
Falcon
be a
helicopter?
tail. I wanna fill that helicopter
He
up.
flies around with his propellers and scoops up fish in his mouth.
yeah, what the,
The helicopter.
yeah, the helicopter. Fucking hell.
When a pelican can't fucking fly, you're attached to drones to it.
Like, favorite-
Going on, pelicans. Like, another thing I've noticed, alright, being around here, alright, a lot of Asian people will come here, right? And like, you know,
Oh,
if we go
no.
to China or something, you know, you want to take photos of the pandas and the cute Asian animals. I've seen Asian people around here pose with pelicans. Like, just wild pelicans.
Really?
really?
Yeah, I have. And I just think to myself, it's like, is this what we look like when we pose with panda bears? Like, because this looks funny as. Like, they got chips and whatnot to lure them over in their hands, like, oh, come here, come here, come here. What that be your totoso?
Don't do the accent.
And then we'll get like their partner and take the photo and they'll be on there like, you know, they'll be crouched like in the squat position. And they're like, look, pelican. Pelican. like, like, it makes me think it's like, because I haven't been overseas. If I go overseas and want to like take a photo of a panda or something like in China, am I going to look like that? Like, are the Chinese people just going to go up to me and go, what a tourist?
Mate,
Pelicans
I
are,
don't even.
like,
I don't.
pelicans.
If I see an Asian guy crouch next to a fucking pelican taking a photo, I don't think tourist. I think crack addict.
yeah, honestly.
Like it
Pelican.
collects fish. That's it.
That's that's.
I mean,
quite
people in China do a
literally
lot of that.
Why a
Let me see, that's right.
pelican? Why not like a koala?
Oh,
Or a
I get
kangaroo.
it. No, I get it. They're trying to tame it because fish, you know, in China they use a lot of fishing boats and fish is a lot of their main source.
Yeah.
So they're trying to, instead of using boats, they're going to use pelicans to collect all the
What?
fish and bring it back
It's
to
not
shore.
fucking R. They're not trying to tame one of... Not trying to tame those fucking pelicans in R.
Motherfucker, you see some Asian guy and he's got like a dart rifle aimed, like trained into the fucking pelican. He's got like a walking tour, you're like, alright, whenever you're ready. Like there's a full on like bunch of groups around
Got him right where we
beach.
want him.
Fucking
We're gonna make the Australian fish market plummet.
once this is knocked out, they come up with a bunch of berries. Like, come on, eat up, come on.
Do you eat meat or berries? Which
I eat fish. Well, we don't tame this fish.
fish is bad taming efficiency. Do we tame you
Yeah.
with meat
Yeah,
or
you
berries?
gotta get that exceptional kibble, man. Come on. Step
Oh
up
my
your
God.
game.
Fucking, they knock it out, they walk up to it, do you eat meat or berries? I'm a fucking passive tame, you idiot!
Pulls it heads up, actually speaks like full fluent English. I'm a passive tame, you fucking moron.
I'm fucking crying.
Oh my god. How did we get to transgender to fucking Chinese people
Pelican.
taming pelicans?
Well, we want to go back to the topic. Let's move back to halfway. Go back to the super straight topic.
Oh no.
Because what we were talking about before we started this was this amazing Facebook post.
Oh, no, not the Facebook.
Ah.
Now,
So,
I just need to say this real quick. Before he says any comments from the post, this is not our opinion, this is not our comments, this was from a Facebook post.
This must be
Yes,
completely
no,
this was all from a Facebook
Because
post.
I
So, yeah, the story how this started. So, I was talking to Eden, alright, and I think
Hi.
Liam, another one of our mates who isn't here, and this super straight thing blew way out of proportion at this stage. It was like this whole community of like, it's bad, and this whole community's like, oh, this is great. And we're all kind of sitting in the middle just watching with the popcorn. And we were just sitting there eating the popcorn, just watching the fire burn. And I seen someone on my friends list share something. And it was this post about, you know, oh, if you identify as super straight, block me now or unfriend me now, whatever.
No.
And I went to the original post just to be interested to see what the responses were to this. And I'm going down, and there's just all this stuff, and it's all really like transphobic stuff. Yeah, and you had a few people defending it, but it was like probably about a 70-40 split. Wait, that's not right.
That's
70-30
alright,
split.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, a bit late. My maths is a bit shocking at the moment. 70-30 split, probably. But there's this one that caught my eye. It was this argument that went for quite a while. And it was this woman who was saying that, super straight is bad. Alright, and this guy saying, oh, but can you please explain yourself? I think it's good. And these two were going head to head. They're going really at it. The woman was getting really aggressive about how bad it was. This guy was just asking for some answers. Now, something I don't understand, and it just killed me. But this guy slips into this conversation unnoticed. No one replies to him. And he puts in there in the middle that these are Frankenstein's monsters. That the transgender people are Frankenstein's monsters.
Oh,
Now,
no.
let alone that is terrible. It's absolutely hilarious. But it gets ignored. No one brings it up. It was like a 30 message thing, and it was like message 9. And no one replied. No one, brought that back up.
No one said how it's offensive.
No one said anything.
No one
Like,
disagreed.
I really
no
should
one
have said something.
Oh,
I
don't
really
say
should've gone,
that.
Wait, so did they continue arguing, or did it just stop?
They continued
They
arguing.
continued arguing with each other. They just didn't bring
Yeah.
up the
They
obvious.
never brought that up. Other people joined into the argument as well and never brought that up. Like, it ended up having 5 or 6 people just all arguing. Like, this really serious argument. It was absolutely hilarious. And there's just this one comment there. The person never came back. He never said anything else. He left his mark and walked off a champion.
Oh,
I
Left
don't
a
think anyone
proud
could argue.
man that day.
We invite
I mean,
them
yeah,
to
you
the
had all your boring
podcast.
stuff like the people posting Decepticons roll out or Autobots roll out or whatever.
oh.
And gifs of that. But I
Yeah.
mean, just that comment alone just absolutely killed me. Just he left it there. It wasn't even like a solo comment. It was in the conversation. And anyone who uses Facebook, I know it's more of an old thing now, but you understand what I'm talking about.
Really
When people
is.
keep messaging one another, and you can reply to certain comments and all that. You'll understand what I'm talking about. It's just I can't believe that was there. It just got slipped in and ignored. Oh, someone got really mad by me saying that, the Frankenstein's monsters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, you triggered at least 90% of people.
Yeah,
Only
that's all right.
90%. Not
Strong
bad.
survivor
That's
this
not
group.
bad. That's an improvement.
That's a new personal best.
Damn, critical hit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah, I don't know how that slipped. Especially,
Yeah, so
especially
I
seeing
don't
as how
understand.
pissed they would usually get and stuff.
yeah, people get really mad.
I
I'm
get
glad-
really
sorry.
annoyed. Oh. Okay.
You go.
I'm just
Sorry, I
gonna
was
say
just gonna
this
say, I'm
real
glad
quick.
that the super straight argument's all over now because it was such a
Uh,
stupid thing people be fighting over.
Yeah. So, I'm not too big of a fan of transgender stuff, but it doesn't affect me, right? Cause I'm a guy.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I'm not gonna get a change. I'm not a big fan of it, cause I don't understand it. But if you want to do it, that's fine. It doesn't affect me one bit.
Exactly.
But this whole I identify as shit
Ah.
really
Ah.
pisses me off.
Yeah. Here it is.
It's
You're
like
a
that girl at
human.
uni.
You're a human. You're not a fucking cat. Okay?
Oh, that. Yep.
Cat.
You're not a fucking animal. Well, I mean, humans are animals, but you're fucking human.
You're fucking
Okay.
human. You're a
Meow.
weird-looking monkey, alright? You're not
And
a
you know
fucking
what?
cat.
If you want to identify as a cat, fine. I won't judge you for it. I don't like it, but I won't judge you for it. But that doesn't mean you get to judge me for being a fucking Apache pack alien.
I identify as Rey Skywalker, the best Jedi,
Oh,
Ah,
and
yeah.
there goes the rest of the viewership.
Yeah.
And yeah,
There-
cool.
there goes the logical ones.
Everyone's gone besides that one person that doesn't know what Star Wars is.
I am
You're
Rey
welcome.
Skywalker, gets beat on the street for saying that.
Fucking everyone opens their doors with fucking bats in their hands. Oh no, you fucked up.
God. Time to play some fucking Animal Crossing. Oh, if anyone says I identify as fucking Ray Skywalker, or just why?
That's just
How
sad.
many times were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Like, could you imagine going to your parents and it's like, you know what? I don't feel like I identify as a man or a woman, but I identify as that really terrible movie character. Like that one that no one likes was from the bad 3 Star Wars movies. Like, you couldn't go like, I want to be, I identify as Leia. Like a strong, powerful female character in Star Wars. No, I want to identify as the one that everyone dislikes. You're asking to get bullied. Like, if you're a kid, you're asking to get bullied.
I mean,
if you're an adult, you're asking to not get a job.
Let's be honest, if you say half this shit that we're saying, you're not getting a job.
Yeah, we're already set our fates. We're
Well,
already
yeah,
fucking
we're
screwed.
already screwed.
No, but
God
like on the
damn it,
topic of
man.
like mentioning that to your fucking to your parents, like anything, like imagine just having to go up to your parents and explain to them how you're not a man or a woman, you're just a fucking cat or you're a pole. If I was the parents, no offense, but I would probably have looked back to the days where my wife was pregnant and thought, man, an abortion is looking really good right now.
Oh, I swear to God, right? If you have the urge to walk up to your parents and you're under the age of 18 and say you identify as anything other than human, and that parent doesn't hit you, I understand why you're this fucked
Yeah,
up.
I feel bad if you. that was
Bring
a
back
child.
strict parenting. Bring back the wooden spoon.
I
Ah,
believe,
yes, the wooden.
I
spoon.
believe in hitting your kids if it's justified. I got picked up the arse if I did something wrong. And that fucking made me go, okay, I'm not gonna do that again.
I mean, yeah, it's a really
because
good thing.
it fucking works.
It fucking it hurts, and it's you know, as long as you don't hit them too hard, you don't want to like actually like hurt.
As long as you don't hospitalize your kid,
No, you don't want
it
to.
should be fine.
But if you teach them enough that, oh, if I do this, this is the result: pain, bad feelings. You know?
I mean,
it's
if
a
a kid-
psychological trick. You know,
Yeah.
thing doesn't like this, so they won't do the thing that causes that.
What
It's
are you planning to do,
basic
Zach? Are you planning to like go, oh, you did something I dislike, come on top of the stairs, kitty, and just give them the punt down the stairs? It's like that Family Guy gag where
Go
like
fly!
there's
Yeah,
mega
fucking,
wrestling and Stewie just rolls down the stairs.
yeah, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, do that to him, are ya?
Fuck. Teaching
Like-
a lesson, I guess.
My
Here's
kid,
the thing. Oh, go Cody, sorry.
Go Cody's.
if my kid came to me and was like, I identify as a cat, I would say, I'm taking you to vet and sitting you fucking down.
Get the poor kid euthanized.
I'm putting you down.
I'm taking you, or I'm taking you to the fucking pound. They can fucking have you.
Someone can adopt you from there.
I'm preparing
That-
for
that
a
brings
lawsuit.
up-
I bet you they won't roleplay again as a cat or anything like that.
So, what does that equal then? If you like put your cat, it's like okay, if someone says they're going to be a cat, all right. I got Eden told me about this one.
Oh
So-
no.
If,
Oh,
if your
this-
kid identifies as a cat, all right, and you shoot them or you put them down or whatever, is that considered animal abuse or is that first-degree murder of a child?
Alright,
Like, what is that? Like, they
give me s-
identify as a cat.
I'm gonna prepare everything for the lawsuits that are about to hit us, because, oh boy, this is
Like,
gonna
I'm
get
not
bad.
saying anyone do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. But
I
like,
think it's
I
too late.
really
do
hope
the
that
thing
we
is,
don't
like,
have
yeah,
to tell
okay.
people not to do that. Oh my
well,
fucking
you know,
god.
people like in this community, you know, people like
Honest,
society.
honestly, you know what? Yeah, I get what you mean. You're right.
Throw out a warning. We do
I
not
mean,
condone any of
For
these
legal
behaviours.
reasons, do not fucking do
We
this.
don't
Please
condone-
okay.
don't get the
We
government to
don't
blame us for
condone
this.
this.
Oh, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Okay, you know, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that's how it should be. But if my cat child totals my Nissan Skyline or my Supra, I'm putting it down.
Wouldn't even have to be a cat child, just be a normal child.
Fair, honestly.
Honest.
You'd
I'll
probably
go-
give
I
him
would-
the what are they called, cement boots?
I would go to jail, right? First degree murder if my child totals my Nissan Skyline or my Supra. It's just out of principle. Honestly.
Yeah.
Told you not to drive it.
I told you not to scratch it. Oh, if they
And look what you've done.
if they total it, they're dead. If they scratch it, they're getting hospitalized. They
That's
can
far
come
across
back
the
to the
arse.
family after like 6 months. Yeah, after they recover from the serious.
You're gonna have
injuries.
like, they're gonna come back, right? You're gonna have a drunk night or whatever, and you're gonna wake up next morning. You're gonna be talking to your son who scratched the car, and it's gonna be like, you know, you're gonna be talking to him. He's gonna be like, Dad, I'm so glad that you told me that you love me again. And you're gonna be like, all right, now you're just making shit up. I never said that.
Now I know you
But
lie.
Dad, no, to your room. You're grounded. Don't make shit up. You hurt my
Lying.
baby. Now you're not my baby.
Proof that we would make terrible parents. Absolutely fucking terrible. Our kids will not just be traumatized. They would probably just kill themselves.
Oh.
No.
No, you can't do that. You've got to save them. Blunt, not knives.
Gotta save them. How would we save them? Please tell me.
What
Well,
what
I'm
could we say to
studying
rectify
the
any
brain.
of what we've just said?
Well, I'm studying the brain. I understand how it all works. Kinda, not really. That's a lie. But I am studying it. So,
Aaron,
I
there's people that's
Is it-
been studying the brain for 50 plus years and they still don't know how the fuck it works.
But me, big smart. I have big brain.
Oh, alright, Aaron, what are you gonna say?
Did you come up with that conclusion by studying your own brain? Because I'm a little concerned.
Well, they scanned my brain. They said scan inconclusive. So I'm just assuming it's that big they couldn't see it.
Assuming it was that big that they couldn't see. Oh, yeah, I
can't
think
be
they did
small.
the same. I'm pretty sure they did the same thing with my cock, eh?
Oh,
no.
no.
Scared inconclusive. I just assumed it was huge.
Oh no. But you know, funny thing talking about psychology, alright.
Oh no.
Because I started, because psychology is a really fun topic. So a lot of people, like, probably have looked into psychology or psychiatry and all that, whether they want to study or I need to go and see one. Alright. Now, studying it, it's really interesting. Like, learning about the brain and how it works. And I've had to do stuff where you work with a client kind of thing. Like, it's not with an actual person, but it's like, you know, like theory stuff, paper, and we talk to a lecturer or tutor about it and whatnot and give them answers. And I think it was my second lesson doing it. And it's where I learnt a very valuable lesson. I got put into a case study. An absolutely amazing case study of a woman who is, got some pretty bad mental illness, is suffering pretty badly from depression. And, I don't know if I can say this, but she was doing something that people who have really bad depression do. And it leaves marks on your arms, around your wrists.
Harming
They're very
yourself.
bad. Harming yourself. That's probably the best way to say it. And the case study went along the sides of something along the lines of, you know, if she couldn't get the sharp objects or whatever, she'd use stuff like ropes and power cables and all that. And it was like, how do we
Kinky.
treat this person? Yeah, very kinky.
Oh,
Damn,
no.
my
Ian.
brain, absolutely.
Man, come
Wrap them
on.
up, tie them to the ceiling. Like, yeah,
Sorry.
just tie them to the ceiling. So the class come up with all these cool options. Like, oh, maybe get like a red texter. It like simulates it. It's like the same kind of motion. That's a good idea. You know, do all these other things. You know, like restrain them. No, you can't do that. That breaks some of the rules. Anyone who studies psychology will know there's the 5 rules. You know, like an autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and veracity or something like that. Veracity.
I
can't
just know
remember
don't
the
fuck
names.
your patients.
Don't have sex with your patients. No, please do not. That's a suing. That's a suing.
At
And
least.
eventually he's like, so you guys had some really good ideas, but the best option you can do is just give her clean instruments.
Yeah.
The amount of people who dropped out of that class after that,
Yeah.
the amount of people who freaked. It's like, so we can't really help them. No, just make sure the knife's clean. Make sure there's no dirty knives, and make sure the wounds are cleaned up. There's good bandages.
Can you resort to other stuff first? Like try to give them other stuff to simulate it?
Like,
Or do you just have to instantly go
I
to
feel like
here's the
that's
knife,
so
have fun?
fucking-
no, you can simulate it, but like with the level
Yeah, no,
that she was on, it was that bad that that stuff wasn't going to work.
So, she was just too far gone.
Yeah, what is, like...
Okay.
And, like, you know,
That
for a
makes more
bunch of, like, kids, pretty much. Like, most people in this class were not 20 yet. Like, most people were, like, from 17 to 19.
Oh,
Right.
oh.
17 to 19, like, they're like, we want to help the world, we want to make everything better, you know what I mean? Help people who are suffering.
Oh
Give
my
them a knife.
Give them
Just
a
give 'em a knife.
clean knife. If they're gonna do it, may as well do it the best way they can. Come on. Alright, sorry. Can't help them.
If they're gonna do it, you might as well make sure they don't get tetanus.
Make sure they don't, like, you know, finish your job. Like, and yeah, it's like, it's not the funniest thing. I shouldn't be laughing at that.
No, you shouldn't, but...
The topic is so sad,
Weird.
but the way it was all done, like, just the amount of people who freaked out by this, because I'm sitting there, like, the cold sun, a bit trying, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Rest of the class is like, oh no,
Absolutely
I couldn't do that.
fucking petrified.
They're like, no. Like, there's heaps of things in my psych class I've seen people talk about, and it just makes me think, like, they're not strong enough to do it. Because, yeah, it is a tough thing to do, but you got to be strong. You got to have
Honest-
that will, that
Oh,
brain
yeah,
power.
Yeah, you gotta...
I'm not gonna lie, I would not be able to do that class. Not because I wouldn't be able to do that,
Oh,
but
you're
just
dumb.
because I'd be sitting in the class, I'd be giving out these ideas, and at the end she'd be like, "Nah, you just gotta give them clean
And
instruments."
you'd laugh.
And I would have just gone, like, fought there, like, that makes sense, and just gone, "Fuck! Why did I think of that?
See,
So obvious!
so obvious.
God damn it!"
Just start chucking knives at them.
Fucking opera! He's a knife, he's a knife!
No.
Oh, do you do
Like, yeah,
katanas?
Whoa, long cuts. Oh, that was a bad one. that was a bit on the dark end of the scale. Let's turn this back a little bit.
Can't
We
wait.
need
Wait,
to keep it not
wait,
family
wait.
friendly.
Can't wait
That's
to
long
be in-
gone.
Can't wait to
That's
see the
long.
comments
Wait,
for this one.
that's what we write up. Yeah, so again, fun and games. We're having laughs here. You know what I mean? It's not nothing serious. Please don't take offense to
Don't
this.
take it too serious.
Please
Don't
don't
take it
actually do this. Okay.
Don't do this. No, we don't.
And if you're
recommend
gonna
any
do
of
it,
this.
don't mention us. All right? That's the least I
Yeah,
ask.
don't mention us.
Come on, the least
Yeah.
amount. We're going
Please
aiming
don't
for low.
sue us.
Look.
I need to keep my house.
Katana.
We're allowing for single-digit lawsuits this time. Come on, please. Let's not put it into
Okay.
the triple digits.
No, I don't have $100 spare.
Oh, I can't afford it.
But yeah,
Oh,
let's get off that
God.
topic. So Cody, be a bit
Yeah,
quiet over
please.
this. Let's talk about the legend, the myth, Cody, and some of his amazing rules. We planned about this, talking about some of Cody's
Five
his legacy.
seconds.
Well, there goes about the wish I made for this being a single-digit fucking lawsuit number.
So Cody, would you
We're
like
going
to
into the
explain to us
thousands.
first of all your 5-second rule? Just for the audience to understand your character a bit more.
Cody, for my sake, can you please isolate this like as legally peaceful as possible?
So okay. So this is just my belief. So I wouldn't
My
go to
belief.
I don't
court.
know if that's
Wait,
what
Go
hold
to
on,
court
hold
and be
on.
like,
Hold
Cody
on.
mentioned the 5-second rule.
we might.
Cody, real quick, before you get into this, I'd like to know so I could join. What is your belief called?
What?
What's
Comfortably
you said
gay.
this is your belief.
Rape.
What is
This
your
is
cult
my.
called?
This is a religion. I would like to call it.
What is it? Okay, so what is it called?
The
What is your
5-second
religion
rule.
called? Beautiful.
It's just the
Continue.
5-second rule.
Urban Dictionary, here I come.
So
Sorry, continue.
this kind of connects to the comfortably gay and everything. It's like one big connection. It's
The fact that you have any sort
That's
of association
strange.
with this rule is a bit of a concern to me, Cody. But okay,
So-
come on, continue.
It's a stretch.
so the 5-second rule is where you say you're having sex or anything, like if you, it doesn't classify as sex unless you're in there for 5 seconds.
Non-consensual.
Well, hold on. We haven't got there yet.
Yeah, I think you're shooting the ball a bit. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my
It
bad.
also
Please
makes you
continue.
not. It also
So-
makes you not gay.
Can I just make sure you're not gay? So can I ask a question about the 5-second rule? Is
Yeah.
it just to do with sex, or can it be with any like so not just sex, but any like sort of devious act? So like, you know, maybe instead of just like, you know, penis to vagina, like penis to mouth.
I'm glad you're
tongue to
asking.
vagina.
I'm glad you're
I
asking.
think
Aaron.
we'll just apply it to anything in life.
Anything you like.
there we
Anything.
go.
I'm gonna assume
Alright.
you're asking out of the pure curiosity, and hopefully not, so you can get this actually applied and do something like this.
We'll have to see.
Oh no, Zach.
Okay,
But go on,
right.
go.
Why
you
did you
continue.
turn
Sorry
into
for
a
interrupting.
car? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this is my philosophy. Be respectful, please. You know. So where was I? I completely forgot where I was at.
It involves everything.
Yeah. So say you're beating the shit out of someone. You got to make sure you don't each. It's not consecutive with 5. Like you can't punch in 5 seconds. You got to stop, back up, and then
1,
continue.
2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1. Officer, it's not assault. 5-second rule, 5-second rule.
That's why I should
What do
be
you
the
mean
Prime
5-second
Minister of
rule? He
Australia.
didn't drop food on the ground. I mean, he is a piece of shit.
So, with this rule,
Sorry.
Cody,
Mhm.
like,
Oh.
can you explain where the more interesting stuff comes in with this rule, Cody?
Interesting.
Oh, great.
Well, whereabouts? Which area?
What you were telling us before, back
Even
in the
Cody's
day,
confused.
where you were bringing up this 5-second rule. Explain to everyone how you brought this into, into reality.
This world.
Context
Well,
makes this worse.
well, how this got brought up was because how I'm comfortably gay, and I said I'm not gay because I'm comfortably gay. I said that I stick my dick in a man and I pull out before the 5-second rule come. So I'm not gay. I swear I'm not gay. I swear I'm not gay.
I don't know.
But yeah, the 5-second rule was applied, and then Eden made it into a rape thing.
Oh, no. I said, right, does this work for this? Can you just fucking not give a fuck?
By my rules, it has to apply, because then it would break the rules. So it
Yeah,
has to...
so I didn't turn it into a rape thing. It was already a rape thing waiting
But
to be discovered.
No, it was originally not a...
Uh-huh. Continue.
It was originally not a gay thing.
Not a gay thing?
Not a gay thing or not a rape thing?
It's meant to make you not gay. But now it's just you.
Now it's how to absolve yourself from rape. What a lovely
now
turn that
you
took.
do it. You're not gay, and you're not you're not raping someone. So if they don't give consent and you pull out before 5 seconds, it's all right.
You better make it a
But
good
after
5.
that,
You
can
better
put
make
back
it a
in
good
for another
5 seconds.
4.999
It's okay, I
seconds.
only
It's
last
fine.
5 seconds.
No! Ian, don't worry. You could probably get away with it. You could probably stay there. You probably get away with it.
See,
Okay. Alright, Aaron. Okay.
okay, see, the benefit of all this is, right, it doesn't matter if you can still just get sex consensually anyway. But I mean, if you don't want to be gay, then I guess you can only go for 5 seconds.
If you don't want to be gay, just remember the 5-second rule.
What it still
So I
looks like.
wonder how, if anyone's listening to this, I wonder how it's going to go down with the community. We should really have them decide whether the 5-second rule really counts if with either rape or being gay or
If
whatever.
any of you agree with this, I am going to be
No,
very,
please agree.
very disappointed.
No,
Also,
please
You should also
agree.
vote for me for Prime Minister of Australia.
I might just
I'd
kill
vote you.
myself to
Right.
avoid all
And
the
I will
pain.
push forward for the 5-second rule for all Australians.
Yeah, I'll start.
Honestly,
preparing this.
even if you didn't put the 5-second rule up, I'd still vote for you. Rather have you in office compared to Scott Morrison.
Oh.
Like, honestly,
Oh,
you'd
dude.
run the country better.
You know, I
National
take that as
disaster
a
comes in,
compliment.
Cody sits there, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna help put the fires out. Scott Morrison, Hawaii seems really good right about now, eh?
Cody, don't worry, it's not a high bar.
Yeah, well,
You don't have to aim high for it, it's fine.
Honestly, let's put this podcast on as Prime Minister. We'd run the country better. All 4 of us.
Oh.
It'd be a close
My
one, that's
God.
You know, I heard something that he spent like all of our like tax money on a fucking one tank or something. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
He spent
What?
all of our like
What
tax
kind of
money on
tank
one
did he
fucking
buy?
tank.
Motherfucker, was this like the fucking... Whoa, was this like
Yeah,
the
hold on.
German tank that was like
Hold on.
colossal?
I don't know. I just heard
I
about
just
this
need to
from a
confirm.
Look this up.
friend that
I just
apparently
need to
he-
confirm. Are we talking about like a tank? You know, big
a
boom
military
thing?
tank. He like
Or
drove
did he just
it
buy
around
a-
or something, and then he was like, "Nah, I don't want it anymore." He just
Okay,
left it in
yeah,
the.
no, cause
Oh my
I
god.
just need to confirm this real quick. Did he buy like a military tank or just an oversized bottle of water?
I don't know what
Let's start that off with I don't know. It's
No,
a
I
bit
don't
concerning.
blame you for thinking that. No, it was a military tank.
Cause
Look at this.
I
This
mean,
is, this
I
is
can-
like an article right here. Do you feel more secure Peter Dutton's $3.5 billion tank investment?
Bro, that motherfucker.
that fucker better have like
This is
10
why I'm not
nukes
gonna
on it.
pay taxes, because I don't want him to spend it on a fucking another tank.
Oh, yes,
Mate,
Cody.
those shells better like fucking
Oh.
create
No, it's one
earthquakes.
tank. What if we get invaded by China? What is Scott Morrison gonna be like? Fuck you, China!
Leading the charge with this tank. Charge!
Oh, we probably just got ripped off. They probably just handed them a cardboard box and go, "Here you go, it's high tech." And they just walked away with their fucking $3.5 billion.
Fucking bought
Because
it.
that's how bad our fucking prime minister is.
He
Yeah,
bought
honestly.
it
Wouldn't shock
What
me.
the fuck?
Like in all honesty.
fucking on one tank. One fucking good tank.
China rocks up with subs, fucking aircraft carriers, and like 200 tanks, and here we are in one.
Nah, there's like fucking
One
rocks up-
Umani tank? Yeah, I don't know the food word.
Nah, they
One colossal jet tank.
fucking Scott brings it out in the middle of the war and like presents it in this grandiose fashion. And fucking China like shoots it with a pistol and it like fucking falls
The
apart.
tank that I got from China.
Falls apart like a
Fuck.
poorly made fucking
Oh.
Lego pieces.
Fuck, what should just be fucking, like, have, like, spray painted anime girls on it, and that's what makes $3.5 billion.
Oh my fucking god! It's got the
Scott Morrison
MTFs on
riding
it.
him with his wife.
Dude,
This is the new weeb camo? You
Oh,
really
I
blends
would
in
be
in
on top
certain
of that
parts of the
fucking
world.
tank.
Oh my fucking god!
I would be on top of that fucking tank.
Okay, what made this tank $3.5 billion? It's a
I
tank
don't-
investment. Is it just like? Are we sure it's just one? Because that's impressive. It's just
I'm
one.
pretty sure it was just one. I don't know the full context, but I know
Oh,
that it
well,
was.
Better be
shock me.
one good fucking tank. My god.
No, yeah,
Like,
but the thing
we-
is, what?
What can
I
it
don't think
do?
I don't know.
It will just ruin the world. That thing can
Apparently-
probably fly,
Wait a
float,
second.
destroy.
America can get two of them.
No. How can we defeat America that way? It's like we roll out this one massive tank. Let's go. They roll out two of the same tank. Oh no. This is our whole military budget.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, hold on. Excuse me for one moment. I gotta check on something.
good?
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, no, like Scott Morrison in office, like it's an absolute like joke. The whole like Liberal Party is a joke. I'm so glad. Like a whole lot of them all got done quite recently. Like Gladys Berejiklian got done. What's his name? The Italian dude. I can't remember his name.
I
If
don't
anyone's
know
watched Friendly
any...
Geordies, they'll know what I'm talking about. You know, Super
I
Bros.
don't know any political shit. I'm
I'm the
very
political
bad
one
with
out of all
my-
of us.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
oh, they're
that.
terrible people. Just like they have put this country back.
$3.5 billion. What does
I
it
don't
do?
wanna
Fight the
rant
Rona?
Maybe it does fight the runner. Maybe it's just got vaccines in it.
It's just a
You know what
tank
it
full of
has?
vaccines.
You know what it has? It has the rat test in it. He's run out of rat tests at the moment. Just like rolling his tank out down the streets. It's like, here you go, here's a rat test. That's where they've all been going. See, you can't even go down the streets these days and even buy a rat test. You go down to the chemist and it's like, look, people are really sick, we need some rat tests. No, no rat test.
When
no
when
rat
fucking
test.
the rat tests are more valuable than like actual money, you need a tank
Oh, yeah.
instead of just an armored truck.
Yeah, like rat tests are like how expensive are they now? Like they're in like the $50 range almost. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Apparently, I heard today that they're getting what's it called, monitored or whatever. But apparently they're gonna start making sure that they're not overpriced.
What's all this?
The rat
They're,
tests.
The rat tests.
For COVID.
rapid tests.
The rapid
Yeah.
tests.
The rapid
Yeah.
antigen test. So you know the one where you stick it up your nose and you put it in the thing and it tests you at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things. So yeah, how they're like out of stock and how they're just expensive
Yeah.
and people are hoarding them.
Yeah. You're fucking...
See, like when I was in
Valuable, man.
lockdown, we needed more rat tests. And we couldn't get any because they were out.
Oh,
The
God.
tests are more valuable than toilet paper.
Well, the fuck? Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
is a
It
tree.
was-
How much toilet paper?
It was
God.
really bad like 2 weeks ago. You couldn't like get any food. I don't know about you guys, but
Actually, yeah, my stores down where I live.
like there was no
We went-
meat, there was no
We're pretty much out
drink.
of pretty much everything. We go really
It was a
bad.
fucking like the shelves were empty. I don't know about you guys, but it was bad.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's like the
Yeah.
toilet paper famine of 2020.
Yeah, honestly.
Gonna be in the history books.
I know, I swear to God.
It's so
Anytime
bad.
something
That's
bad
gonna be
happens,
in
like
the
you
history
hear someone
books.
cough, everyone rushes to get toilet paper. I remember when the first toilet paper famine happened, someone from school posted, it's like, here's a roll of toilet paper, each costs $2,700, or the whole thing for $27,000, or I'll give you the whole thing for a new Toyota Hilux. Like, absolutely
Business.
beautiful marketing. And I'm
Business is
like, well,
business, man.
Business is business. Like, I
Dude,
can't even deny it. Like, imagine that. You're just like,
It's like
yeah.
fall
You
out
sit
with
there and it's
bottle
like,
cap.
we're out of toilet paper. And it's like, but my Hilux. And it's like, Dad, please sell the Hilux. To wipe my booty.
Oh my god.
When you fucking ordered pizza and you fucking, they're like, pay up, you hand them 2 rolls of toilet paper and you take a little bit off one as a tip.
It's the new fucking currency.
Bottle cap.
Honestly, more
The
valuable.
value depending on the ply as well.
Mm.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
the poor people who had to go from 3 ply to 1 ply because everything else was out. I feel so bad.
Oh boy.
When you're using 1 ply, oh god. It's like going back to school. You're going back to school, you're holding it in, you start
Oh.
crowning, you're like, oh no, and you start doing like the prairie dog walk, yeah, the prairie dog walk, going, no, 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 no. And then you finally get there, you manage to make it, and you're like, oh, that's amazing. You try to pick up the toilet paper and you realise it's 1 ply, like, oh shit, I'm not safe. Because you realise you're not wiping your ass with toilet paper, you're wiping your ass with your bare hand.
Right. Honestly, the
gonna rip.
concern wasn't even the toilet paper. The concern was getting in there, looking at the seat, and just being covered in piss. It's like, ah! I don't want to shit myself, but honestly,
So-
that might be a better option.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but the male toilets were disgusting.
Oh my
Aw.
god. You do. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna be honest. I am still in school, but I haven't gone into the fucking male's toilets in this bloody school ever since I got here. Because I went in there first day, right? I went in there first day because I'm like, fuck it. Maybe these toilets are better than my primary schools. I went in there, and the smell was something different. That was something I'd never smelled before. And everything was just like fucking written on. I'm pretty sure someone actually shit in the middle of the fucking stall one time like 2 years ago. And it was just piss everywhere. The floor felt sticky on my
I
I don't know. And
Well,
just,
it's sticky, it's not pee, Zach.
mate,
It's not pee.
yeah. Yeah, so I haven't actually gone in the male toilets ever since that day. The only time that I've ever gotten close to the toilets is when I went past the toilets and I started hearing the Halo theme coming from it. And it was like 25 dudes in there just singing the Halo theme. They had to get
Oh
3
my
teachers to
God.
get everyone out of there because they wouldn't
God,
go.
they
all
recreated
of
the
those
meme.
men.
They
I would've
regret the
fucking-
meme,
I
that's
just
awesome.
heard in the background a faint oh, and I'm like, what the fuck? I went over there and I'm like, oh, it's emanating from the toilet. What the fuck? And then I went inside and it's like a massive group of men and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I was
Some-
fucking pissed.
Summoning fucking Master Chief in the toilets. What the shit? That was probably the only
Master
good thing.
turd.
That's probably the only good things I ever heard from those toilets though. Fucking hell.
That's probably the only good thing that ever came from those toilets, and don't worry, there's a couple of kids that probably came from them.
Makes me want to like cut my feet
Oh,
off.
I
Just
I
for
do have a
touching.
real quick fucking, like, why is fucking men just monkeys? Why is anyone from 14 to 18, why can't they can't aim? Your dick is a dick, it's not
I
rocket
know,
science.
it's
Point
actually
it
a
in
little
the fucking
annoying.
toilet and fucking piss. It's not rocket
It's a
science.
pretty
You've been
big,
doing it for
it's a pretty
fucking
big
at least
fucking area
14
for.
years.
Like you got a pretty large room for error as well. Like it's not like you can like slightly move it and then you like miss. Like you can fucking move it a fair amount and you'll be fine. Somehow
and
motherfuckers will get this on the floor behind the fucking seat.
Yeah, I get that. You know what? A bit of spill happens. It happens. That's fine. But not every fucking male that goes to the toilets spills, and it's not fucking everywhere on the floor. Fucking, it's not from the door to the back of the toilet. Why is
Motherfuckers
it
get into
fucking
the
everywhere?
stall and then they
Readjust
just
your aim.
start
I'm
as they
pretty sure
walk
you have
towards
enough
it.
time to readjust your aim.
Yeah. Why is your dick still out when you hit the door of the toilet?
Motherfuckers just doing the helicopter while pissing.
People have probably done
He just
that.
goes into the toilets and starts doing the helicopter while pissing.
Mate, sometimes I feel like the people take the toilets for a different fucking thing, and the second they walk into the general area, they just think this is the disposal area, and they'll just start doing it in the spot.
Like,
I hate
it
the
turns into a
toilet.
gulag. It literally turns into a gulag as soon as you go into the male toilets.
Oh.
It's survival of the fittest.
Yeah, mate, it's fucking you're out there for yourself. You are you live or die.
Women should be
And-
thankful
You live
for
to
the
come out
toilet.
another day, or you die in that toilet.
While you're using the urinals, you have to. Mate, people were COVID distancing at the toilets before COVID was even a thing. You have to be
Oh, I
1.5
know.
meters away from each other. Or it's gay.
That was it was gay. Yeah, you'd be at the urinal or whatnot, and like you'd have like let's say 7 urinals, but only 3 would be in use because people would be lining
Yeah.
up to not like stand next to one another one being. Like you'd be doing that in like kindergarten as well. What made it so
Yeah.
much worse? Like this was just the natural thing you're born. It's like bit weird standing next to some other dude while he's holding his dick.
Yeah, I look back on that now, and I remember my old primary school had these long, like they had the long silver, like I guess the long
the
silver
Yeah,
classic
I know
urinals.
exactly what you're
And
talking
like
about.
I see, and then I remember people standing like right next to each other, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what is this, like a fucking contest?
Dude, I remember that.
Oh, that's actually that's just so bad.
We
now
don't
that
need
I
to be rubbing
think
arms
about
here,
it.
buddy. We're just trying to take a piss. I'm not your pee pal.
God.
Oh.
That
But
that
yeah.
awkward moment when every stall was taken, but you really needed to go, so you just went next to someone, and it's like, hey, how's it going?
How's your day been? Been good? Yeah.
Dude,
alright.
Look, man, don't make eye contact or it gets weird.
Bro. Probably just like give him a little look and be like, damn, you got a nice cock, bro. Give him a good slap in the ass.
And this is why you're more than comfortably gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is why everyone
I'm
thinks you're not.
comfortably gay.
just-
I can't. I don't want to know what you're
The
like
people
in
in
yeah.
the
those
comments,
toilets.
if anyone watching this, the people in the comments will tell us whether you're comfortably gay or not, or if you're just regular
Yeah.
gay.
I'm just fucking. Listen, I kiss men, I kiss women.
You piss men and women?
Yeah.
That's
I heard he
impressive.
pisses men and kisses women. It's a bit weird.
So this
I
is
heard
what
he
it means to be
pisses on
comfortably
men
gay.
and kisses women.
I dominate you, but you dominate me.
Kinky.
Listen.
That was a bit cringy, wasn't it?
A bit? Question
A
mark?
bit.
Yummy, yummy.
I thought it was quite hot.
In my tummy?
Oh, shut up, Kate.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah, no, but like,
sakes.
I remember my time being in high school. I avoided the toilets as much as possible.
Oh, it was like the
I
fucking
don't
plague.
think-
Yeah.
It still is like the fucking plague.
I
But
think
if I really had to go, I use the disabled toilets.
Honestly, I wouldn't
Or
blame you.
in-
It's so much
fucking
cleaner.
office?
It's so
Yeah,
much
in the
nicer.
office.
Yeah, fair.
I just went, hey, I'm going to the bathroom in there. They didn't even stop me. It's like, okay, go in.
Nah, they wouldn't. They don't give a fuck at the office.
this reminded me of something in my childhood. I accidentally walked into the girls' bathroom.
Oh, accidentally, huh? Mm-hmm. Alright.
No,
Ah, yes.
This
That's
was
how you
in
turn gay.
primary school. I wasn't. Calm down. I wasn't. I remember I was really tired and I needed to go to the piss and the piss.
I need to go to the piss.
Needed to piss.
That wording is a
Um,
bit terrible, but yeah, continue.
And I was really fucking tired because I didn't sleep one night. I think it was year.
You never fucking sleep.
Year 3. And I walked into the girls' toilet, and I kind of stood there and like they were looking at me, and I was staring at them, and I just turned around and fucking ran.
Didn't even walk out casually. You fucking just bolted.
I fucking booked it to the boys'
was afraid.
toilet, and I just stood in the stalls for like 10 minutes.
Personally, I would have just said in that moment, I have made a significant
No,
lapse
I
in my
The
judgment.
fucked up thing that really made me really embarrassed was I was in the
Oh,
school
yeah,
and
would
I
you?
heard
Fucking year
girls
3.
say, "Did you see that boy that walked into the girls' toilet?"
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yikes.
you're in year 3. You're gone.
Mate,
Your
that,
confidence is gone at that
your
point.
oh
Dude.
man, I see the way you are right now. I am so bad. I am
Oh,
so
Exactly.
sorry.
fair.
It
Traumatized.
fucked with me. I was, oh dude, but it did look nice. The girls'
It did
bathroom.
look nice.
The
It
bathroom
did.
looked nice. Yeah,
The-
like I assume the women's bathroom is nice. When
No,
we were in
no,
school,
I
right?
meant the girls.
Oh, the girls look nice. Ah, the year 3 girls.
No,
That's a bit creepy. It's a
The
bit
girls-
weird.
No, the
Man, if I
bathroom-
walked into
the girls'
those toilets.
bathroom looked nice, Aaron.
I mean, okay,
girls.
at
Oh,
that
that's
point-
how you
okay.
took it, Aaron. Oh, fuck it. Take
Oh.
me a moment to realise.
To be fair, at that point, he's in year 3 himself. It's fine. But
Oh my god.
honestly, if I walked into the girls' bathroom, I would have just like looked at him for a solid second and gone, "You ain't guys."
You guys are not male. I think
You are
I've-
not of my gender.
I would have just pointed back. I think I may have misread the
I've
side.
made a severe lapse in
No,
my judgment.
I
leave-
was so
I'm gonna
dumb.
leave.
I was so dumb in year 3. I would have gone, "What the fuck are you guys doing in the male toilet?"
He's still out of the bathroom.
Well, get the fuck out. Well, I wouldn't swear, but look, come on, get out. This is my toilets. What are you doing?
What's it called? You remember in our last year school how we had our gender bender day?
Yeah.
We had to dress in the wrong clothes. Something I'll never forget about our gender bender day is I was hanging out with one of our mates, and he said to me, "So I need to go to the bathroom." I'm like, all right. And he makes a
Oh,
comment and said,
no.
"Hey, I'm a girl. Can I go to the girls' bathroom?" And I had to talk him out. I'm like, "No, don't do that. That's stupid. You know what? You're gonna get into serious trouble." And he's like, "Ah, you know what? You're right. You know, I probably shouldn't do it. It's like the second last day of school ever. So let's just go to the normal bathroom." And we're walking, we're talking about it. And he goes to go into the male bathroom, and as soon as he goes to go in, 4 girls walk out of the male bathroom. 4 girls. And it's us
So this is
just
gender
make
bending.
eye contact with him like, oh shit. And he looks, and they walk away like nothing happened, they're giggling and shit. And he looks back at me, and I'm just like, just go, or whatever. So I go on my way outside or whatever. We didn't have a class on this stage, we had a free.
Oh, you walked
And he-
him to the toilets.
We were just talking, it was like a free period where we had nothing
yeah,
better to
sure,
do.
sure.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
we held hands and we skipped the whole way. It was such a beautiful time. The
I mean,
sun
you're a
was
woman
out
at that
the
point.
Start, rainbow was shining. It was so beautiful. But to get back on track, he comes back out, and his face is white, like he has gone pale.
Oh, what the
And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, those girls, they have wrecked everything. And he's like, what do you mean? There is piss everywhere. They have tried to use the urinals. So these 4 girls tried to use the
Forgot about
urinals
this.
and missed everywhere because they can't aim. Let's say by next period, because next period was lunch, I had a free, so I could go home. I seen as I was doing it, like the school getting evacuated. Like half of the year 12 got kicked out because of this mess. They couldn't figure out who done it, and I'm sitting there like, damn, I could rat these 4 girls out, but I'm not like that. I'm just like, you know what? It's kind of funny. I don't have to deal with it. My mate did. I feel bad for him because he would have had to have played dodge the female piss. But
Fucking minefield.
he's putting it from minefield. Now that's all he told me. Who knows what else they did in there? I didn't go in to investigate. I didn't want to.
You were smart enough to know that that would have been a
Honestly.
horrible idea.
I
I
kind
would
of
have
just wished
fucking went
he.
in there just to believe him.
I kind of just wished he went in there, saw the mess, and said, "Fuck this! If you're gonna do this to mine, I'm gonna go do it to yours." And walk out, walk to the female toilet.
No, and he's lucky he would have got caught though. Then he would have understood the trouble. Yeah, but like, I trust him because it's not like something he was
He
hiding.
doesn't
Like, you
lie
know,
often. I know he's talking to me. He does not lie.
Yeah,
often.
he does
Actually,
not
if
lie.
ever, he's bluntly honest.
He's
too
very
honest.
blunt about everything. And just the fact that he was like that, and the fact the school was evacuated others, like people got kicked out, like and they made like half the school leave. Like I don't think that would happen for no reason. I heard discussions with like the principal and all that, and it's just like, oh, like men get called filthy all the time, but I mean, women.
Ugh.
Damn.
You look pretty, you have beautiful, you have the tatas, but don't go peeing on everything. Don't mark your territory like a fucking bitch. Literally a bitch.
Honestly, I'm just disappointed that we have to say this.
I know. Like,
Were they trying the
Apparently we would've done
helicopter
one too.
technique?
Oh my god, Cody, what the fuck?
Cody,
technique.
go to horny jail. Okay.
Bonk,
Fucking
they're
bonk.
gone.
Go
Listen,
to
I
horny
broke
jail.
out of horny
Bonk.
jail for like 5 years now.
And you still managed to find a way to break out.
Exactly.
My god.
Have to padlock that bitch up.
The
Be like,
kinky.
the kinky bit, the kinky girl.
They don't call
Kinky
me
lock.
kinky. They don't call me kinky, comfortable gay man.
They call you comfortable, gay man. Alright, what do you
I'm
say?
honestly just so disappointed how long it took you
You
to say
don't.
that.
You don't want to run into Big Bubba in jail though. Horny jail. Big Bubba. Big Bubba.
Big Bubba's gonna
Jump
bend
the
you over
phone.
that bed.
Big Bubba
Don't
man.
call Big
He's
Bubba.
scary. That big black man. Oof.
Don't drop the soap while Big Bubba's about.
Best advice, you know what they say? Beat up the biggest guy in prison. Don't beat up Big Bubba, because Big Bubba will just have sex with you when you're not looking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Be on Big Bubba's good side. Be his friend.
What?
Okay.
Does that mean getting fucked by him?
No, like, offer up other people for him.
Ah, fair.
Fucking like a
Especially
Like,
Cody,
so,
otherwise
like-
Cody will probably like
Hey
it.
Cody, come
What?
here, I need a favour. Anyway, real quick, I'm
Anyways.
pretty sure Zach's saying, you know, that we've been recording for a bit. I think
hour,
he's
Yeah.
saying
an
that
hour
we
and
should.
10 minutes. Just to make sure that my, my
Alright.
drive doesn't feel like
I-
it's about to
I
like...
feel
So,
like we should end
We'll
it
start the
there.
call for a wrap up here. So, thanks everyone for watching. This was the first episode of the Nitwits podcast. So we're going to try and do these as weekly episodes, and again,
Not
just
weekly,
remember,
fortnightly.
fortnightly. So we're going to try and do these fortnightly episodes. Please just remember, this is all just a piss take. We're all trying to have fun and a laugh, and anything we
Literally a
say-
piss take.
It literally is just a piss take, especially what we were just talking about. So, yeah, don't get too offended. Remember, just to have a laugh at all this type of stuff. And, yeah, we hope to see you again next time. And have a good one.
Watch out for
I'm
Big Bubba.
sorry.
Get fucked.